See all those markers over my shoulder? Hey everyone, it's Cathy Zielske. Welcome back to my channel and the craft/dining room. Those markers are gonna get put to the test today because I'm actually gonna do some stamping and coloring. I'm trying to, get more confident in my alcohol markers. So stick around. I've got a really cute little card project featuring some fun new products from Gina K Designs. That card and my coloring skill is coming up next. Here's a look at the stamp set I'll be using today. This is from Gina K Designs. And I know, I don't color a lot, but I saw those owls. I have the die. I have an idea. I have cardstock. And I have this little guide, I guess, this little swatch card that I made to help me with Copics. Now, is this set up in a scientific way? No, this is just showing me what colors I have. And I haven't really finished it out. Like, I still have more markers to swatch. But it is helpful when I'm looking for a general idea because I just don't know Copics well enough to know, oh yes, of course, I'd like it to be R20. So this does help, but first let's get started with some stamping. Place my owl here because I think I'm going to stamp 2 of them. Always have a backup. It's never a bad idea, right? But first, I'm just going to run my hand over the stamp to prime it a little because I have not stamped with this and I would like to get that coating off. I'm going to stamp with Memento Tuxedo Black, which is a Copic ink or alcohol marker friendly ink. Okay, I'm going to stamp this a couple times because it's very delicate little lines. So let's start with transferring this. I'm just using my press tool here, my Debbie tool. Pick that up and stamp again. And the Misty makes it possible to stamp in the same place. Might need it one more time because of the newness of the stamp. I really would like it to be nice and inky down here on the eyes. And stamp. All right, I'm going to flip it. And again, stamp myself a backup. Okay, owls at the ready. I will clean off my stamp here with my tidy towel. Like that. Pop that back into my container. And now it's time to start choosing some markers. So I'll grab some and we'll start figuring this out. Pulled a few colors here, and I know this seems a little crazy, but I think I'm going to do a purple owls. I'm going to turn on some music here because it's going to take me a while. Is that too dark? No, I think that's actually nice. And now the sun is coming in and out, so if it gets a little, the light gets weird, stay with me. I promise. Well, maybe I don't need to put music on because here's what I'll do. I'll do one first, and I'm going to start here with putting like a darker line around the edge. And actually I'm already bleeding in like that. Just a little, okay. And again, I'm going to do a little on this side too, like this. Okay. And I'm not really an expert on light and shadow. That's probably why I don't color very often, because I always feel like I have no idea what I'm doing. Also, never fear turning your paper while you're coloring, because I think it can really help you when you are filling stuff in. So now I'm going to come in here, kind of overlap that a little. Okay. And then I'm going to color in around, get over there, the face, like that. I also have a colorless blender in case I mess up, which, you shouldn't be surprised it happens quite frequently. Okay. And again, I always have to turn my paper because I'm just not good enough. Oh, the squeaking of this table drives me crazy. Okay, like that. And then I guess I'll come in here and again color all this in. Then I'm going to blend the shadow together if I can, and you'll see that in a second. We're just going to keep it simple. So what I'm going to do here to create a little more of a blend is I'm going to touch my tip here to the tip of the darker color and then just go over that. That should blend that out a little bit more. See how that kind of creates a bit of a transition color? Okay, like that. Like that. And then just keep going over like this. Do the same thing here, just a little tip touch. And bring that down here. Like that. So not masterful, but looking, you know, it's looking pretty good. Keep going up over here, like that. I'm not going to worry about shadowing the feathers. I'm just going to let that go like that. Oh, and his other arm here. Once I get one done, then I'll do the other ones off camera and we'll move on to the rest. Now I do think his hair, well, I'm not sure yet on the hair. Let's get the beak. Do I have? I do. I have the smaller tip that I have replaced here. So I'm going to make the beak all yellow. Well, it's kind of an orangey yellow. I'm just going to color that in. I'm also going to do that for the feet. I don't know why. I just think that'll work. That. Now while I'm here, I've got a tiny little bit that I colored out of the lines. So I'm going to grab my colorless blender. This is the Copic 0. And I also have replaced a little chisel tip on this little friend, which will help me to just sort of push that color back in. Almost works like an eraser, and once it dries, it'll look great. Oh my goodness, my alcohol marker, I must have filled that up. It's totally leaking. But I think I'm going to start this time with the lighter, and I'll show you. I didn't check to see if I had. I have to be careful because I don't want to get his feet. Little ears up there. I don't know if those are ears. I don't know what they are. Okay, get you in here. That. I wish I had one of those little points here. It's so hard for me to color and stay in the lines, but sometimes if I pull the marker away, I do better. Also, I hold my pen funny, and I don't know if that has hurt the way I color. I think I'm just making excuses. Okay. Coming in here. Now, I have to concentrate. Okay, for going a little darker now, I'm going to make sure the ears are the darker. I don't know if those are ears. Whatever that is back there, it's getting darker, the whole thing, because it's going to create a little dimension back there. Like that. And then I do need to do, no, let's go this way. I need to do a little here. Just kind of come down like that. Okay, let's try that. Let's do a little over here. One of the things that I do think is really fun about coloring is there are no purple owls that I know of, but it doesn't really matter, right? You can just do whatever you're going to do. So I'm doing that little tip touch again, like that. Just kind of bring that in a little bit. Okay. Same thing on the other side, and just kind of blend it in. All right. And you can just do that as many times as you want. I don't believe it hurts your markers at all to tip. It just kind of helps create a mid-tone where you did not have one. I think I did just go right into my eye there. So as soon as that settles down, I'm also going to use my colorless blender again to push that up. All right, Let's see. And then I think, there we go. And I pulled one more marker. I have this nice little Copic gray, and I do have this little tip. I'm just going to put a little shadow around his eyes in the gray. Gray is one of my favorites. It's such a nice neutral. And I always feel like I'm not going to mess up when I have gray. And again, just go a little darker on the outside. Like that. And that's it. That's all I'm going to do for this little friend. So I will go ahead and slowly color the other owls. Actually, I might do a tiny bit more blending here on the wing, because that's bugging me a little. Like, I'd like that to be a little more cohesive. That is one of the things that's so neat about alcohol markers, is that you can go over something again and again, and it's not going to hurt your paper or pill your paper, which is, you know, that's the magic of the alcohol. And I can darken that up too, like this. So you can just keep going and, you know, keep making it blend like that. It's not bad. All right, I'll do the rest of them off camera, and then we will cut this cutie out. So that's my finished bird. Now, again, I am not a master colorer, but I think, well, and there's a couple areas too, like in here, I'm going to take my colorless blender and just push that out, because I got a little gray in the eyes. But too, it's really great to have this colorless blender, because anywhere where you got a little, I don't know, overzealous, right, you can basically erase. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to take this die, get this lined up, and tape it down so we can cut it out. That's taped into place. I don't think I'm going to do a template. I think I'm going to roll the dice and see how this cuts. So let's go to the die cut cam. I'm going to pop this on and we will run it out. I messed up my plates the other day. I accidentally ran a plate and a cord was stuck to it. And I ran the cord through and it just made a mess of all my tape. So I have to retape that today. But for now, we're going to see how we did. Oh, so cute. So that is my little owl. Now I have an idea with a stencil. I love stencils, and I think that I'm just going to create, you know, I've got Gina's ornamental fans, which would be pretty. I've got thick brush. I've got sunspots. I wonder if I have any more Gina in there. I think I'm going to go with Fizzy. This is a stencil that I really love, and it's just nice for creating a little grounding area. So I've got my Brutus Monroe mat, and I'm going to take off the part. I've been using this thing, as you can see, right? It's getting all blendy there. Now I'm just going to stick this down like that. Stick that into place, and then take my stencil. And what's nice about this is this will stick to pretty well like that. So nothing's really going to move. I do a lot of ink blending on my bigger mat, but for this one I think it's going to be great. I think lilac is going to be a nice color for this, because I think it's going to kind of pick that up right there. So I'm going to just create a little area with lilac in the center. This. A little darker in the center, and then I'm just going to fade it kind of into an oval. Like that. I think that's an oval, right? I think we're good. It doesn't have to be much. I'm going to lift one corner to see. Oh, that's exactly what I wanted. See? It just creates sort of a little bubbly space for them. It's very subtle and I love it. I have Gina's master layouts. I want to make sure I do this right, because last time I used these I think I messed up. I want to have the smaller of the two cut this panel down, And I'll go ahead and cut that out off camera. I just want to have this trimmed down a little so that I can. Let me make sure owls are still working. Oh yeah, that owl is going to fill up this panel. It's going to be very, very cute. Okay, so let's center our little blend. Take this down, and I'll go run that through my die cut machine really quickly, and then I'll have to decide what color I'm going to create for my thin matte layer. I'm going to show you a happy accident. Check this out. I cut, okay, this is Lovely Lavender, or I think that's what it's called. If I put the small little friend on here in that Plum Punch kind of picks up that color there. I could do it. Or I could just say we're going to go all light. You know, sometimes now it's not exact, you know, it's close. Maybe I will just go with this soft lavender. Let me make the card base. And we're going to go 5.5. I'm going to fold this down. Like that. To finish this card, now I'm going to assemble it and everything, but I realized I didn't really save room for greetings, and so I decided just to take a little teeny tiny sentiment from this, I can't remember what it's called, I designed it, but I'll link it below. I'm just going to have, like, I don't know where to put it, but it's going to be somewhere on here. Maybe even just off to the side. I just, you know, I don't know. I kind of didn't think this through. Although we could hold it right in the center like that. That's actually kind of cute. Right in the middle. We'll see. First, let's put the backer on, or the panel. Let's put the panel on. We're going to pop this panel right onto our note card. That. Okay. All right. Can't find my Gina K glue. I'll grab my Barely Art glue, and I will just put a little on here, just so I have a little wiggle room before it all goes down. And we'll just put it right in the center. Pretty easy to do, right? Like that. Side to side. I think that looks good. It doesn't have to be perfect, but sliding you over. That looks pretty straight to me. Okay, and I love just having the suggestion of the grounding out. Now the question is, what if I just popped that off to the side? Enjoy your day. And actually, I like that placement. The problem is, I am going to need to do a build-up for this sentiment. So I'm going to take this off because that needs to be, well, actually, I wonder if that's the height it needs to be. What if I rolled it and squished it? Let's just see. Oh, I think that would work. That's a happy accident. So I've got the little roll, right? I think that'll work. That's going to give me the lift. Oh. All right, let's see. And I think it will stay. You know what I mean? I think it will stay in place. I think we're just going to go like that. I kind of like the offset, right? And then that presses down. I think that's straight. Yeah, that looks straight. And then press that. So now it is supported all the way across. Oh, so fun. Okay, I want to get a really pretty little sequin to put on here. Just a couple, like that. Although I feel like I need something there. Always thinking it through, right? And here. And then that. And then that. And then one tiny one there. Actually, that's nice. It kind of goes, whoop. Let's get that a little closer too. Like that maybe. Bring that down a little. So you kind of have sequins by each little friend and you still see your bubbles. Yeah, I'm going to go for it. Let's do it. All right. That coloring is not horrible, you know? Oop. 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 Little guy there. Oop. Oop. Fast boops. Boop. 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 And the last one, boop. And And that is the finished card project. I don't color a whole lot, you know, but that, I mean, it's very simple. It's very happy. This could be a birthday card for sure. And then I could stamp one of the greetings on the inside. I could stamp autumn wishes. I could thanks for being awesome or thank you. But honestly, sometimes when you run out of space, just see what other small greetings you might have and, you know, use what you have on hand. You can find links to all the supplies I used in today's video below in the YouTube description box. I'll see you back here with another card project soon. I'm not really an expert at Copic coloring, but I will share a couple more videos that you might be interested in, including one that has a free download for some practice coloring. I'll see you in those videos.